Hey students and parents, I wanted to take some time to review some of the forms and weapons rules. As always, if you need additional clarification on what divisions to register for, please speak with your instructor so that they will be able to guide you. The first division I would like to review is the traditional forms division. This division is reserved for black belt competitors. Competitors can perform one of the traditional forms taught as part of the black belt curriculum or a traditional form that they have learned. There's no limit to what style the form is derived from. These forms may not include any gymnastics, acrobatics, splits, or any other freestyle movements. Techniques may not include more than a 360-degree turn. Now let's move on to the creative forms and creative weapons divisions. The rules for each of these divisions regarding limitations will be the same. For creative forms, competitors will perform a series of prearranged techniques using empty-handed movements. Judging is based on creativity and overall execution with proper technique. For creative weapons, competitors will perform a series of prearranged techniques using a clearly identified weapon. This weapon should remain in the competitor's hand under control at all times. The exception would be if a competitor performs a release or a hand roll with the weapon. Releases are not required in the creative division, however, they are allowed. Judging is based on creativity, manipulation, and control of the weapon, and of course, the overall execution and technique. Now, for both of these creative divisions, no techniques deemed extreme are allowed. Any technique over 360 degrees while in the air is not allowed. Any technique where a competitor is inverted is also not allowed. Keep in mind, inversions are where the hips go over the head, like a cartwheel, an aerial, butterfly twist, or a backflip. These are all extreme level techniques. Now, the exception to that would be a forward or backward roll. They are not considered inversions. Kip-ups are also allowed, and landing into a split is also allowed in those creative divisions. Music may not be used for either of the creative divisions. There's no minimum time limit for these divisions. However, the number of techniques you use and the level of difficulty will directly affect how a competitor is scored. Now moving on to the extreme forms and extreme weapons divisions. The biggest separation between the creative and the extreme divisions is that there's really no limitations in those extreme divisions for both forms and weapons. Let's review some of the required parameters for the extreme divisions. For extreme weapons, it is required to have at least one release of the weapon as part of the extreme weapons division. For both extreme divisions, forms and weapons, at least one extreme technique must be executed. That can be a kick over 360 degrees or an inverted technique. Music is also allowed in the extreme divisions. Competitors, however, must bring their own appropriate music and a device to play the music. It's possible that electricity may not be available, so make sure that you guys have that situated. Just as in the creative division, the extreme divisions have no minimum time limit. However, the number of techniques thrown and the level of difficulty will directly affect how a competitor is scored. Regardless of how many extreme techniques a competitor may perform, keep in mind a strong basis and demonstration of martial arts is necessary to receive the highest scores. As always, if you have any questions or concerns, please speak with your instructor or feel free to reach out to me directly with any tournament-related inquiries. Keep training hard, look forward to seeing you all soon, and have a wonderful day.